Good morning, everyone. This is Ming from BioIT World at the 10th anniversary event in Boston. With me here is Misha Kapushesky, CEO of GeneStack.
Thank you. So I guess this is an interesting opportunity to tell you about my new venture, and it's called GeneStack, and it's an exciting role to be in. In fact, last time I was in a startup was more than 10 years ago, and so what I want to tell you about is how I came to this position now. So I started out actually wanting to become an experimental biologist. I worked on embryology, working with frog xenopus, not far from here at Harvard Medical School. And back then, if you wanted to get a gene sequenced, you needed to do quite a bit of lab work, but then you would send it off to a room next door, wait a couple of days, and you get that one gene. You would submit it to a database. It was an exciting but slow process. Around then, I discovered computers. And very quickly, I became the computer person in the lab because you could do experiments much faster. You could turn around in a few minutes. Now, fast forward a bit, I got into mathematics. And then I discovered that you can actually model things mathematically. Yeah? And I went off to Oxford and I worked on mathematical modeling of these processes involved with embryology and morphogenesis. Now, after that, I came to the EBI, where I worked on functional genomics data. Last year at BioIT World, I presented the culmination of our work, a cloud computing infrastructure for looking at multi-omics data in the public domain. Now, an exciting thing happened. Very soon after these kinds of presentations, after presenting my work at the Institute, I noticed that lots of people in pharma wanted to have a copy running in-house. They wanted to have the same thing, looking at public data, interpreting it, but running in-house. Why is that? It is because these data are very large, it is very difficult to access them securely, and there is no real framework for building this kind of infrastructure on your own in your R&D infrastructure in a pharma company. So I set up GeneStack.
Great. So what problems in BioIT does your platform help to solve?
Okay. So GeneStack platform, it really is a fully fledged solution going from all the way from setting up a security infrastructure, enabling data sharing and collaboration so that people can not only store large-scale data sets, but also access completely for free, very well curated, large public data archives. They can very quickly and easily slice and dice them, share them within the organization, but also across organizations. We provide all the building blocks from security to computation to complete format independence to work with your data. Now, this helps people integrate existing tools into the infrastructure and expose them to biologists or to researchers without having to worry about how you deal with formats, how you deal with data manipulations, without having to know about the intricacies of the tool version compatibilities. But also it gives building blocks to develop new applications. So our platform is integrated. You have an application SDK that gives beautiful UI components. There's an integrated application store. So if you are developing an amazing tool, then you can just put it on there. More than that, we're working with guys who are expert in data forensics. They're working with banks and credit card companies, and they will validate applications. So not only do you have high quality, well-curated public data, we have our own curators adding value, but you also can trust the applications that run within the platform.
So what's the biggest hurdle of doing bioinformatics in the cloud?
Hurdles of doing bioinformatics in the cloud. Something that surprises me even to this day, if you go to many of the online forums where people discuss problems in bioinformatics, for example, BioStar Q&A forum on the web, and you look at the top 10 questions, and you'll see that out of top 10 questions, 7, more than half, are about file format conversions. And in fact, some of these questions have remained the top popular questions for more than 2 years. So these are the kinds of problems that plague. Rather than working on bioinformatics and really pushing the industry forward, people are spending precious time solving these things that really should not be a major issue. Security is another big problem in the cloud. Of course, you can solve the technical problems, right? You can solve the single sign-on problems, you can solve the encryption problems, you can solve the data sharing problems. But then when you work and move towards a pharma environment, there's also regulatory problems, there are legal problems, there are IT related problems. So this involves having the right levels of indemnification, having the right levels of procedures in place to control who has access to what, how data sharing is organized procedurally and administratively.
Sounds great. So when will GeneStack go live?
So we have already completed the development of the core platform. We're working on some really exciting applications that are in the pipeline. We will have a launch of the platform this fall, and we're already working with some large guys in the pharma community with building up some early access applications. So quite exciting this fall.
Good luck. Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Misha Kapushesky, CEO of GeneStack, back to you.